Greetings from Podcastville. Uncle Joey's Joint is brought to you by United Harvest. You're like, Joey, what the hell is United Harvest? United Harvest is the new virtual farmers market. Get the best American ranchers have to offer without leaving your house. There are a lot of companies that'll sell you meat in a box, no big deal. But it never looks like the pictures, and it tastes like the cardboard they got sent in. Usually the boxes are ripped, the ice is broken, This is done with. United Harvest is here to save the day. They sent me a box of meats that blew my mind. Pork belly, ribs, a nice brisket, some chops, sausages, and lamb, and a ribeye that my wife cooked up the other day. Fucking tremendous, okay? The night she went out with Florentine's sister, she made a ribeye with a baked potato, half a baked potato. I almost lost my fucking mind. The meat was tremendous, tender, unbelievable. This is straight from the farm, the way it should be. No hormones, no GMOs, or antibiotics. Get high quality, small batch meats at a surprisingly great price, and with small farms who do it old school, the old way. You were thinking about, what am I gonna get? My uncle, this guy, that guy for a gift. This is it, United Harvest. What I want you to do is this. Go to UnitedHarvest.com, grab a pen. UnitedHarvest.com and press in code Joey to get 20% off the site with your order of $50 or more. Did you hear what I'm trying to say to you? So, you go to United Harvest, you get 20% off when you order more than $50. That's UnitedHarvest.com. Use promo code Joey at checkout. Stay out of the fucking grocery store. If you value quality, flavor, convenience, check out UnitedHarvest.com and be sure to use promo code Joey. That ribeye is going to blow your fucking mind away. You're going to save 20% off your order when you order more than $50. Go to UnitedHarvest.com, press code Joey. The church is also brought to you by CBD Lion. Listen, your day should have CBD involved in it in some way or another. Whether you're an athlete, a ballerina, or no, whatever the fuck you are, you got something. A shoulder pain, anxiety, maybe a little insomnia. CBD Lion is here to help you. Go to CBDLion.com. Read up on CBD, CBN, the values, the benefits, what it could do for you, and how it can help you with whatever it is that's ailing you. Insomnia, anxiety, joint pain. They got the kinesiology tape, chocolate bar that comes in dark chocolate, milk chocolate, gummies, tinctures, the roll-on, the cream. I mean, listen, CBD Lion is here to work with you. Go read the third-party lab results. Go to CBD Lion, press in Joey, get 20% off, delivered right to your crib. No drama, no bullshit, no nothing. Now, you need money. You want to buy, you got to go to United Harvest. You need some money. You want to get some CBD, you need some money. Here's Uncle Joey from fucking Jersey telling you, you want to make a little money? Grab a fucking pen, a little basketball. Hoops is back, bitches. I don't know if you know that. College basketball is back, and the NBA starts next Tuesday, I think. Well, next Wednesday, the 23rd. No, the 23rd it starts, or the 22nd. I think there's preseason tonight if you want to play some action. If you haven't signed up for DraftKings yet, now is the time, right now, today, to celebrate the return of basketball on opening night. DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a 75-point fucking spread on a team of your choice. I think even if the Jets get 75, they can't fucking win. But that's completely different. I'm talking about football there. I'm talking about basketball right here. To celebrate the return, DraftKings is going to give you a plus 75 point spread on the team of your choice. That's right. All you have to do is bet any of the opening night games, and if your team doesn't lose by more than 75 points, we'll double your money. There's so many games right now. There's so much action right now. It's fucking pathetic. Basketball, wall to wall. You got college football on the weekends. And don't forget, tomorrow, you got the motherfucking Chargers playing the Las Vegas, whatever the fuck they call the Raiders. Tremendous game, over and under 58, I think. What the fuck is it? 53. Chargers are favored by 3.5. The money's right there for you. There's a parlay right there. But you're sitting here going, Joey, I need Christmas jingle. Head on over to DraftKings Sportsbook app and download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey when you sign up and get a 75-point spread on opening night for a shot to double your fucking Geetus. The code is Joey to get a shot at doubling your money on opening night at basketball for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Colorado, you're invited. Tennessee, you're invited. All you states that went legal, you're invited. Get on the action. DraftKings Sportsbook. And here's the part the lawyers make me say. You got to be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, fucking Colorado. Deposit bonus requires a 25 times playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, before this, you have a gambling problem? Don't fuck around. There's help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or if you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Now, if you don't have a gambling problem, let's get this fucking party started. Coke, bitches, yachts, the whole fucking thing. DraftKings.com right now. Let's get this party started. Use code Joey and let's make some fucking cash. Let's do this shit. Oh, sorry about that. Here's your little lighter from fucking, how do you get those? I'll let you know soon. You gotta sniff my nutsack to get those. Candles lit. Let's get this party started. Hey, look who it is. What's happening, cocksuckers?
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here. Greetings to Uncle Joey's Joint. It's Wednesday, the 16th of the month. You got 9 good fucking days before Christmas. Everybody's happy. We're ready. We're about to get about a fucking foot of snow here. So as you can see, I got the fucking lay on with the lay on top of that just in case. So there's no misunderstandings. The garage is clean so both cars could fit. And that's it. And that's that. I got a funny fucking Joey Diazism for you, just to let you know the type of week I was having. So, the surgery got pushed back to January 8th. And right now I'm looking for, they sent me some paperwork to look for rehab services. So I got to go to different people and, submit shit. I had to go to a couple different towns. One being Sayreville, the house of Bon Jovi. I love you, representing Jersey, the whole fucking thing. I had to drive through Colts Neck. That's where Bruce Springsteen's lived. Did I see him? No, I didn't see anybody but fucking deer. But I had to go to different places. So Monday, on the way back, this is just a funny story real quick, just to get this started. Just to let you know about the world of Joey Diaz and what I go through when you motherfuckers aren't around with a camera. Because it's very hard to, I wouldn't want a camera around me anyway. It would be funny. I would have the #1 show on TV, but it's just too much. You people wouldn't even believe it. You can't write half this shit. So I'm a crowd therapy guy. I also do the Novathor, which is the red light therapy on the bed. And I feel that ever since I've moved from California, not to sound like Johnny fucking Granola, but the crowd therapy was really fucking working. It's the truth. I don't want people to say, oh, Joey's all fucking West Coast and shit. No, I'm just trying to tell you the truth that when it came to those type of treatments, they're a little bit more open-minded on the West Coast than they are here. Even though my doctor gave me the same alternative as they have out there, the blood stem stuff. I just can't deal with the fucking needle, Dean Delray said he had a needle in his fucking neck, and he passed out twice during the procedure, and he kept waking up to a fucking smoothie, and he would go under again. I can't do that shit. I can't drain for that long. You got my arm for about a minute. Whatever blood you got to take out of me, you got about a fucking minute. So, ever since I fucking got my teeth fixed, I can't bite my nails no more. So the habit of biting my nails is fucking gone. So I got nails now. Now, for you people who don't know it, I got a lot of problems with my skin. I got itchy skin. I got foot fungus. I got the fungi nail. I've had ringworm. I've had 3rd-degree fucking sunburn. I just got skin issues. When I was a kid, I couldn't take a shower at a public fucking place because my feet would get fungus right away, but bad, like adult fungus. That's why now I used to have to wear flip-flops, and I was that faggy kid in the corner in karate with socks on. That's me. I'm not ashamed. It's just the way life is. Over the years, through the drugs and prison and hanging out with dirty people, you build the tolerance. But I still get issues from time to time. I get fucking rashes or whatever. And now I got the nails. So my skin issues don't come up till nighttime. Late at night when I'm sleeping is when I scratch. I must get hot and I must get itchy. There's mornings I wake up and there's blood on the bed and shit. Oh yeah, there's mornings I wake up and there's little patches of blood here and there. I might have scratched my neck or I might have scratched my back. But basically, it's my thighs, it's the back of my thighs that get itchy, my ass cheeks, and my ball sack, or whatever, that area around there. I just scratch it. And I get heat rashes like every other man. I put powder, I treat it. But some nights you go to bed, whatever. Maybe listen, you should drink, if you're over 50, if you're over 40, you should drink a tall glass of water before you go to bed so you don't dehydrate. That's when you're over 50, you should drink a glass of water and take a baby aspirin so you won't have a heart attack between 6 in the morning and 12. That's the highest that's the highest time of the day for a male over 50 or a female to have a heart attack. So you should take an aspirin and drink a glass of water. I drink tea, and while at night I drink up to, 2 things of water. That means I fucking don't sleep solid. That means I gotta pee 2 times in the middle of the fucking night. And it sucks. It sucks dick for you guys who are going. For you young guys, you're like, what the fuck is Joey talking about? Give it time, cocksuckers. Wait till you start getting old and you gotta get up to pee in the middle of the night. To be honest with you guys, it's usually 1 time a night. If I drink 2 bottles of water before I go to bed, sometimes I just drink all night. You just drink water, water, water. You start after dinner. When you're smoking reefer, you gotta hydrate. And bam, you drink the fucking water. Anyway, my skin must get dry at night. I scratched myself to death. Long story short, I'm coming back yesterday from one of the rehab places, and I heard through the grapevine that there was a place that had cryotherapy. So I said, let me stop in there and get a brochure and see what type of services they have. They have the red light place. They have massages. They have floating. It's a great place. Himalayan salts, I recommend it to anybody who has some type of problems that they want to straighten out. The red light steam, I was turned on to it by Jimmy Florentine and another guy. It's fucking tremendous. You sweat minimally, but it cleans out your lungs. Just a bunch of benefits. Go on HimalayanSalts.com and read up on it. They're not a sponsor or anything. I'm just telling you But if you live in Jersey, I don't know if there's somewhere else. It's a pretty interesting place. The bath, everything's made of salt. So the whole time you're breathing salt anyway. I go there yesterday and lady's like, what are your services? She goes, if you like, you could try one of the things today. I've never floated before. Now, Rogan talks about floating. A lot of people talk about the benefits of floating. I had some time to kill. I go, let me jump in the fucking thing and float. Okay. She tells me what I need to do. She gives me a robe, a fucking towel, the whole fucking thing. I put the fucking earmuffs in, the thing for your neck. I get in the floater. I'm not in that fucking water 2 minutes. And that salt is getting into all my cuts and everything. And I'm fucking stinging like I'm getting stung by bees. But it wasn't the itch. It wasn't the fucking scratches on my thigh. What the salt really attacked was I must have had a hemorrhoid there that had been dead. Like Rich Voss said, he had a little, it felt like whenever he wiped his ass, he had a raisin on his ass. So he asked the doctor to look at his ass last time he went for a colonoscopy. And the doctor told him it was a dead hemorrhoid that had sucked up. Now, the whole summer, when I flew and all that shit, I must have gotten a hemorrhoid from the stress. It was like a little gumball on my ass. I would wipe it. Fucking tremendous. I would take a shit, and you could see the dent in the shit from the fucking hemorrhoid. It was like when you shoot a gun and it has the fucking... So if anybody could... If you found my shit, you could go, that's Joey Diaz's, because it got a little notch on the end there from the fucking hemorrhoid was bumping into the shit. True story. You can't make this shit up. I'm sorry. It's fucking Wednesday. We need to lighten up a little bit, all right? The electoral vote's in for you fucking people. So we need to fucking lighten up a little bit, all right? So, let me tell you something. When that salt water surrounded that fucking hemorrhoid, dog, I felt like Jesus. Wasn't it Jesus that rubbed salt in his wounds? I was laying there. My fucking hemorrhoid was on fucking fire. I'm getting dizzy. My legs were on fire, the whole fucking thing. Let me tell you something. It was torture. I did it for as long as I could, and finally I had to get the fuck out of there and jump in the shower and wash all that stuff. That fucking hemorrhoid on me must have hurt for fucking 2 hours after that. After I left that fucking place, my asshole was stinging. So, the moral of the story is, if you got hemorrhoids, don't fucking float in the salt tank, all right? That's lesson number 1 today, just to get it out of the way. Lesson number 2, I want to talk to you cocksuckers about, is also very important. We had a good time this week talking about, first we talked about the switch getting turned on, and then number 2, we switched it up a little bit, and we talked about, waking up, like fucking, I don't even know how the fuck we got involved in it, just waking the fuck up, like what happened to me on December 18th, which is going to be my Friday anniversary. We talked about all these things, Let's talk a little bit about fucking failure today, and why we're so fucking scared as Americans or as human beings. Why do I have to say Americans? Why are we as human beings so scared of trying new things and being in our shell? Again, I don't point out particular fucking emails. I point out different emails that I get from Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and I look at this and I make an evaluation of what I really want to talk about and what are the needs that you guys need to get filled in, just so you don't lose your mind, okay? A lot of 20 and 30-year-olds, especially in their young 30s, you're going through a feeling of anger, confusion, and frustration, with the key one being frustration. That key one is frustration. You know why? Because things ain't moving at the speed you anticipated them to move. Have you ever thought about that? We want what we want, and we want it right the fuck now. Heroin is great. You shoot it, and within 2 minutes, you're fucking buzzed, You put a fucking pill in your mouth, and within 45 minutes, you're high, or whatever long it takes, You smoke pot, whatever the fuck you do, drink alcohol, everything. We're so used to quickness, quickness. We want food delivered Everything is 40 fucking minutes. Well, you know what? When it comes to life, it doesn't boil down to 40 fucking minutes. I mean, we all wish it did. We did. We're so used to everything being at our fucking fingertips, especially when we're growing up. Everything is at our fucking fingertips, especially now with technology. I'm not better than any of you guys. I'm not better than any of you guys at all. The differences are we were raised at different times. When I was raised, there was 4 fucking channels. So if you wanted to watch TV, you had one of those 4 fucking channels to look at. So think about it. You got 4 channels, and you got a playground outside, okay? Everything changed. That dynamic changed. Over the years, we got cable TV, it got more comfortable to be in fucking at home, parents worry, so they tell their kids to fucking just stay in, whatever. So I came from a different world than when you came from. So let's get that out of the way. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what's going on in today's fucking world as a 20 to a 30-year-old. This is what you're feeling. Can you imagine you come out of fucking college and you got this amount of fucking loans, and now you put out, your resumes, you get a job, you get good pay, the whole fucking thing. But now you start all over again. That's a complete different struggle. Now you're moving up the corporate ladder. Now this guy's telling you orders, this guy's telling you this. Then somewhere along the line you realize this isn't what you wanted to do. Whatever the fuck it may be. Whatever the fuck it may be, the thing that eats your craw the most is the same thing that eats my craw the most between the ages of 20 and 30 fucking 5. That it wasn't happening fast enough. Why is it happening for them fast enough and it's not happening for me as fast as I can? Well, maybe they had some type of help. Maybe they had some type of help from their father. You never know. And I'm not putting anybody down here. I'm not talking about trust funds or anything like that. I'm just saying help. Help is a big one. We're all looking for that one person to help us. An uncle, a friend, somebody to put a stake in us. Somebody to fucking lend us money to get our venture off the fucking ground. But you know what? You know why nobody's lending you money? Because you wouldn't know what to do with it if somebody gave you that fucking money. So sometimes be grateful because you wouldn't know what to do with it. No. But, okay, Joey, before you were saying, and there I'm right, yeah, you would probably fail. But would you really know why you failed at that age? Would you just say it just didn't work? Selling oranges doesn't work in fucking northern New Jersey. Okay, did you sell hard enough? Did you really put your effort into this shit? Did you really put everything you had into this shit, or did it just didn't fucking work? That's a question you gotta ask yourself. So yeah, we want everything quick, but we never fucking realize, what we never fucking realize is that every fucking day that we get up and we move towards something, you may not notice it, but let me simplify this simple as I can, that I learned on my own. You ready for this one? Every day you are a work in progress, you dumb motherfucker. And when I say this to you, I'm not calling you a dumb motherfucker. I'm saying this is like a mirror. I'm calling myself a dumb motherfucker. Because that's what I finally had to tell myself one day. That's what I had to tell myself one day in 1995. After the contest, after I had put all this work in, after everything, I asked myself, all right, I'm in this fucking jam now for 5 years. I'm still making $8,000 a year. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being a parent, guys, and your son comes in looking happy and shit, and you have another son that's a fucking doctor and shit, and you got a son that made $8,400 in 1986. I think I made $8,900 for the year. $8,000 That's poverty. Why the fuck would somebody even consider doing that? That is less than $1,000 a month. My best bet is to slip and fall and break my skull and collect disability. I would get more money, you fucking retard. But why the fuck would I continue to do something after I only made 80, let's just circle it off to a fucking round number, $9,000 after 5 years? Would you stick it out after you made $9,000 after 5 years? How about you, Mike? Would you?
You're thinking about it.
Would you?
You're thinking about doing something else.
As a profession, or if you love something?
If I love it, I'd do it, and I'd still get another job.
Okay. Still, I did all that stuff. I did comedy. In Seattle, there was a thing called corporate events. Like we did, me and Josh Wolf would do, every Saturday it was a company that used you as an extra. So on Saturday mornings, me and Josh would drive to fucking Tacoma, Washington, to like a fucking D studio. And some guy would do, we would do videos for UPS or companies like that only people in UPS would see.
Like training videos?
Like, and I'm just saying UPS, please don't quote me on this. It could have been AT&T. It could have been one of those companies. I forget who it was. I just remember one time we just had to carry boxes back and forth with like a yellow vest on while the guy, the spokesman, was talking about health or OSHA standards or whatever. You know, at the end of 5 years, in 1996, I was making $9,000 a year. That is basically embarrassing. But something hit me. Something dawned on me. That it was a work in progress. That is fucking big to come to yourself and say that to yourself. And guess what, guys? In 1996, I was in the depths of cocaine. I was in the depths of drugs. I was in the depths of reefer. I was in the depth of anger over my divorce. I was in the depth of frustration and anger over the loss of my child. And I still had enough common sense to go, in 1992, I was making $200 a month off MCing. That's $2,400 a year. $2,400 a year. I made $2,400 a year in 1992 from comedy. Why would you stick with it? Again, in 1996, I made $9,000 off comedy. So my income went up 60%, let's say. I don't know, I'm not fucking, I don't have a calculator here. I'm not fucking Confucius with a fucking abacus, whatever the fuck I'm supposed to have. I'm just letting you know that these are the true fucking numbers, okay? But let me break that down for you again. I always knew something from the beginning of this. I always knew, again, it's karmic. The universe takes care of you. Every time you do something, and it's free, or they don't pay you the amount that you're going to get, it's considered a punch-in. Okay, you know when you take your time card and punch it in, and it tells you 9:22, and then you go back at fucking 11:58, then you go back at 12:31, then you punch out at 5. Life has a fucking punch card. Same thing. You don't believe me? Don't believe me. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, life has a punch card. And every day you punch that card in. Every day. Every day you punch that card in, regardless of what people tell you. You're wasting your time. It's never going to happen. You know, there's always people that try to get you with trick questions. how you gonna do this, how you gonna do that, and you laugh, you get a little discouraged. But in 1996, when I saw, I don't even think I filed taxes. I mean, why file taxes? $9,000, they don't care about you, and you don't care about them, and they're not going to come looking for you. It's when you owe them $99,000, they're going to come looking for you. But you made $9,000, they're just going to fucking go, who gives a fuck? What do we get from that? Whatever. We'll get them later on the fucking rebound. And they do. And they will, okay? But we'll get that back to later on that. That was my figure. In 1996, I made $9,000. Now, let's flash forward to a year after that, 1997. Okay, I ended up moving to LA. I think when I moved, let's just say for shit and giggles, I had maybe $500. And that could be a big fucking lie. But I know it wasn't more than $500. I knew that when I left, I borrowed some money from some guy and told him I'd be back in an hour with an 8-ball or something. That was part of my income. And there was like $100 from a gig I had done the night before. If it wasn't for the girl I was dating at the time, she financed the whole trip down. I'm not ashamed to admit the truth. That's just the way it was. She wanted to go down. I told her I didn't have the money to move. She said we'd figure it out once we got down there. And I went down there. Now, I went to LA fucking blind like everybody else. I went to LA to do a pilot and to pick up a check that they had given me. And that was it. That was the extent of my LA. I didn't think I was going to stay in LA and live in LA or ever fucking succeed in LA. I'll tell you this story and then I'll end it with this story. I got to LA in January of 97, like every other fucking schmuck. I didn't know what I was doing. By the luck of God, I became a regular at the Comedy Store in February of 97. I don't know how it was. Mitzi sure liked me. She didn't whatever. I took it very seriously. The switch was on. I took it as fucking serious as I could. I knew I was fortunate to be there, considering who the fuck I was, what I had done in my life, and where I had come from in my life. And I promised myself I wasn't going to spin my wheels, that I would do everything as I should do. Luckily, in February, when I got there in January, I became a regular at the store in February, but something else happened in February. An agent from Sutton, Barton, Benari saw me. They're not together anymore, but they were a great commercial agent at the time. This was February of 97. I mean, quickly, they came up to me at the Improv. The guy's name was Neil, and his assistant's name was Mike, who I'm still dear friends with. Big time Yankee fan, so we talk all the time. He's living in California. He's at the Bobby Ball agency. Mike was his assistant, and they asked me if I was interested in being a commercial actor, and I was like, I know nothing about this. I know nothing about commercial acting. I know dick about dick, So I fucking, I did what most people would do. I lied. And they asked me if I had ever done a workshop or anything. And I said, yeah, I'd done a workshop in Seattle or some shit. And I lied, what you usually do, because you figure that you'll catch on late. I mean, how much different is a commercial from acting? I didn't know, but I was about to find out the hard way. So I signed with them. The first audition they sent me on was Church's Motherfucking Chicken. I still remember the location on Sunset. I'll never forget it. I walked in there and I immediately shit my pants. There was, 20 other comics in there and 30 of other actors. Immediately, I thought about my life and I said, there's no chance of me getting in there. I did what they told me. I signed the list. I waited for somebody to say, Joey Diaz, come in. I went in there. I took the direction. I left there feeling like fucking, Johnny Bananas, and I got dick. And then an hour later, I get a call from Doug Stanhope at the time, and he calls me and tells me that Judy Brown, a.k.a. Judy Marmel, one of the best managers in the business today. She manages Whitney and Bert and Sebastian Maniscalco. I've known her since Colorado in 92, 91, 93. I've known Judy Marmel. I got a call from Doug Stanhope that Judy Marmel was looking for me to read for the Jenny McCarthy show. I was going to drive Chaz Palminteri in some type of fucking scene. My head almost blew the fuck up. I'm here a fucking 2 months, and I'm going to meet Chaz Palminteri. So I'll never forget going into the room. It was Judy and a camera and another person, and me just saying what I thought I was supposed to say and just eating a bag of fucking dicks. Just like those auditions I talked about before on the church, when you walk in and they're like, thank you for coming in today. That read was fantastic. And I'm sure when you walk out, they look at each other and go, ooh, was he fucking bad? It was one of those situations. I could feel it when I walked out of there. I remember taking the fucking sheet of paper and just wrinkling it up and throwing it in the garbage and leaving there. And like fucking... All right, so now we're going to come to the moment of truth. So, but, I don't know. I'm frustrated. I'm broke. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. And I forget what the fuck you call this. It's when you go and watch acting classes and shit like that. You go like, watch acting classes or what the fuck. And I had already taken a beating on the CBS show. We had not shooting it. We were still like, they were still like in pre-production and stuff like that. They had given me a check already. It wasn't a big check. It was just a little check just to hold me until they shot the pilot. It wasn't big money at the time. The money they gave me, I had to pay the girlfriend back. I owed her a fucking ton of money, and she took fucking half of it right off the bat. So one day I was on Hollywood Boulevard, and I saw a thing for a free commercial workshop, right? But I didn't read the fine print, right? None of us do. We never read the fine print. So Wednesday, 7 o'clock, I was off, but it was on the other side of Hollywood Boulevard. So I go down to the fucking thing at 7 o'clock, and these people are dressed kind of fucking weird, I'm like, wow. Like, when I say dressed weird, the acting people had suits on. The people who were teaching the acting, the one guy had a suit on, and there were other people in the thing. I didn't know if it was an acting school. Excuse me, I didn't even know what it really was. I'm just looking around. I'm an asshole, guys. It's 1997. I'm trying to learn my way around Los Angeles. I fucking go to this thing. It's a 2-hour workshop with a half-hour Q&A or something. Whatever. I could live through that. I sit down. I'm taking the fucking class, but I'm noticing that while I'm taking this class, let's say there's 12 people in there, 3 hot chicks, the rest of us fucking fat schlubs or whatever, that there's more people watching us in the hallways and shit that there were in the class. And every 15 minutes, somebody else with a creepy suit on would come in and shit like this. So they taught us how to stand on the marker. They taught you, you know, what questions to ask the director. They were very helpful. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is shit I didn't know. I didn't even know existed. I didn't come from an acting background. So I didn't really, it wasn't like I moved out there. I watched movies and I took pauses and I know beats and shit like that. But I didn't really know the whole in and out of commercial auditions. Me, I don't want to sit there for 20 years. I just want to know the basics of what we got to do. We'll do a couple of them and then we'll catch on. Or well, that's what at least I thought in my head. I did this fucking commercial class. We finish. We do the Q&A. And then they go, by the way, we have a surprise buffet for you at the thing. Buffet? Half the shit I did in those things was based around the food. You know, like if somebody was having something and, because you're broke. You're a broke fucking comic. So anytime somebody gives you a gig, you're like, free booze, free beer, yeah, yeah. So they said a buffet, whatever, you know, help yourself and ask about what else we have to offer here. So I go outside and sure enough, they got like little sandwiches, like finger sandwiches and, you know, carrots and whatever fucking dip and whatever the fuck people eat. I swallowed down a few sandwiches, and then they ask you about joining the commercial courses and all this stuff. And you know, as you know, we yes in the debt. You take the brochure. That's interesting. Is that what it cost? Oh my God, I could do that. Yeah, let me just get a couple. You know, you just start making excuses as a consumer. Let me come up with a couple fucking things, and let me see what I can put together. And I come to the class. And then the guy goes, or, this is beautiful, or you could just suck my dick. No, he didn't say that. Well, it's the same fucking thing, you know. He goes, or you could take an IQ evaluation and see, you'd like to take a look at what we do here. And right away, I'm like, an IQ evaluation? Yeah, it's a free IQ test. And we talk to you about the powers of your mind and what you should do. And all of a sudden, I look down and he gives me like a fucking pamphlet and it's L. Ron Hubbard. It's fucking Scientology. It was, see, because the Scientology building, I think there's so many of them. There's one on Sunset across from where Mercy was born, at that Kaiser. There's one in Los Feliz by fucking the chicken joint. That's huge. I thought that was a celebrity center. And then they have little deposits of them. Like they own so much fucking real estate. The fucking, can you believe that I got taken in by fucking Scientologists? Even your Uncle Joey's a sucker every once in a while. We all make mistakes. I didn't suck their dick though. Trust me, they weren't looking for a blow job, but I wasn't looking. I would have wanted my wee blow. I wasn't looking to suck a dick. I was just looking to learn a free workshop. I wasn't looking to get over. I'm sure that they did a great job. I would have figured out a way how to get into their program. But I swear to God, when this fucking guy says to me that he's, you know, would you like the IQ test or whatever? And I'm like, even that sounded interesting. An IQ test, whatever. I don't even know what my fucking IQ is, but fucking Scientology. Because if you'd like to take the IQ test and then talk to us about the church and what we do here, fucking, I'm like, I don't know about that, you know. And you know, want me to tell you something? I still remember the guy's name. His name was Mario. You know why? Because he sent me emails after that. Like 10 years after that, after I got the longest shot, I got an email from him. And he was like, hey man, I see you doing great things. Would you like to come back and, you know, try our acting schedule and all this shit? And I was like, what the fuck? How does this guy still have my fucking, I mean, my encounter with him was probably May of 97. And he probably contacted me in 2006. So I was still in the Scientology fucking
Radar.
database or some shit. But to make a long story short, I made $2,000 my first year of comedy, my year and a half of comedy. I made $9,000 on my fifth year of comedy. 1996 was my fifth year of comedy. So for 5 years, I did everything that I could do. $20 gigs, $5 gigs, $15 gigs. We got a keg of beer, you know. I wish I could tell you that, you know, there's a lot of stories going around that club owners paid comics with cocaine. I would tell you the truth. Nobody ever paid me with coke. I think 2 people gave me a lot of, you know, shit like that. But nobody, you did what you did. You did what you did, and you went in there, and I did it because I knew that I was getting stronger. You know, in their mind, they thought they were getting over on Joe Diaz. We're making him do 30 minutes. You know, we don't have to pay him, and all we have to do is pay the headliner. Like I told Mike, I knew the animal I was dealing with before I walked in there. You might think you're getting over on me by not paying me and, you know, keeping the money yourself. But in the long run, you're making me do the work. And that means I'm getting more out of this than you're getting more out of this. I'm getting fucking better you know, with comedy, once the switch got turned on, the switch was turned on from the beginning. But with me, I knew one thing, that it wasn't about money, that it would be about money later. It wouldn't be about money now. If I could go without it now, the money would come later. I always knew that in comedy. I always knew that. The same way I knew that whether you're a realtor, whether you're a fucking in a band, whatever the fuck you're doing, every time you in that band, read all great bands' biographies. Read all their biographies. What do you think? They became Guns N' Roses overnight? Did you ever hear about Guns N' Roses? They had a hitchhike to their first fucking gig, and they broke down 2 times along the way, and then they had to get up to the gig, and they didn't know how they were going to get back. That's all part of the fucking journey. Like I've always told people, you've never seen nobody go to an open mic with a Testarossa, have you? Nobody pulls up to a fucking open mic with a fucking Bentley. You all go in there fucking, you know, some people have money, they're well off, but I'm not saying you go up there like fucking Johnny Chooch. You gotta fucking pay your dues. And every time you go in there, it's gonna be different. And yeah, they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna fucking goof on you and say, hey, we made money off you. That's great. I don't give a fuck. I got better because of you. I dealt with 40 fucking drunk fucking Navy guys because of you. You gave me that opportunity. So if you feel you made what? You took home an extra $50? I'm gonna get that $50 times fucking interest when I get fucking paid. So don't think that you're doing something, you know, when you're working for a mason and he's paying you $8 an hour and he's making fun of you. You're learning how to fucking stack rock, or you're learning how to bend fucking pipe, or you're learning how to install fucking floor joints, or you're learning how to install beams, or how to fucking pour concrete. That's all part of it. You know, the Comedy Store pays $15 fucking dollars a set in the original room. When you watch the documentary, all they wanted to do was get paid. They didn't say about getting paid a ton of money. It's $15. If you do a spot from Monday through Saturday in the original room, you're taking home a whopping $60 fucking dollars. So, you know, yesterday when I went into the Himalayan place, the girl asked me something that really fucked with me all night. She didn't ask me the wrong way or nothing. We were just making small talk. And she asked me if I had a hobby. And I was like, no. And then this morning at breakfast, I asked my wife. I go, a lady yesterday at the massage place asked me a disturbing question. And she goes, what was it? And I go, did I have a fucking hobby? And I'm like, no, I don't have a fucking hobby. You know, I used to have a hobby, which was stand-up. When I got into stand-up, that was my fucking hobby. That was my fucking hobby. And then I had a second hobby. Then after I got into stand-up and I learned how to fucking rotate that for a little while, I got into another thing called acting. And once I got into that and started rocking and rolling, you ever watch my episode of Marin? You ever watch the first time I was on my episode of Marin? When was the last time I tooted my fucking horn? I never really don't. Watch my first episode of Marin and the second one and everything I did after that. And even the longest shot, not when I read the sign about tree outs. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm talking about the end, how I got looser at the end. I didn't know what I was doing when I got the longest shot. If you want me to sit here and tell you I knew what I was doing, I had no fucking idea. Then after the longest shot, I learned how to take a character, figure out who the character is, look at all the scenes he has, and then what the character's arc is, where my arc is. Where I had to figure all that out on my own. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. What I'm here to talk to you about is I took that Scientology fucking commercial class, which I forgot all about, and I was kind of embarrassed to say it. But now I didn't even mention this on the church. I never mentioned this story. How I took the Scientology commercial fucking class. You know what, dog? I left there feeling a little fucking dirty, maybe. I don't know. I think it was a dirty move on both of our parts. Let's just leave it at that. I was a little dirty on my move. It said a free commercial seminar. Commercial acting seminar. It didn't say bring your own money. So I went there to see what I could get out of it. And obviously, they were there to see what they could get out of Uncle fucking Joey. And we both fucking clashed. But I guarantee we both learned something out of the experience. I learned how to read for a commercial. So I think after that, I probably went in for, if you want me to lie to you, I can. In those days, the commercial world was so fucking busy in LA in 97. I would get a call every night between 6 and 7 for a fucking audition. That would be at like 11 to 12 or 11 to 1. And God's honor, I would get another call as I was walking out of that audition to go do another fucking audition. So 5 times a week, that's 10. Let's pretend I didn't have 2 a day. I think I was averaging 7 fucking commercial reads a week. 6, 7 weeks of that, you start learning different things. It's rough on your fucking psyche. You know, I'm not going to tell you that. At that time, I knew how to walk in. You know, after 3 or 4 times of people telling you no, most people won't come back. I kept going back to those things. And every time I would go, I would learn something different. I would watch this guy. I would see a guy that had booked a commercial before that I saw on TV, and I would pay attention to what his movements were. I would watch a lot. I think my number one hobby is watching. I love watching, and I love learning, and I love gathering information. I hate doing things when I don't have an understanding of it before I do it. I don't need to know everything about it. I just need to have an understanding of what it is. When it came to acting, you know, if you came to me tomorrow and said, Joey, you're not going to believe this, Scorsese put me in a movie. I have one line in the beginning and I have a line in a candy store later on. I swear to God that it would take a guy like me 4 hours to get you mentally ready. And that's if you've been in front of a camera before. I could get you mentally fucking ready, you know. But when you've been going through so much fucking rejection for so long, you get to the point where you don't know what the fuck you're doing, if it's right or wrong. you start doubting yourself. You know, even after all those 42 auditions where I ate shit, guess what happened? I walked into one. I've always told you motherfuckers, you want to hear no from time to time. The problem with us is we're a work in progress, and we hear no, and we want to fucking fold right away because you hear no. The more no's you get means you're closer to a yes. You didn't know that? I love when people tell me no. For you guys that are single, they're like, I can't find a woman. Keep asking. Keep asking. Keep asking. If you can't find a fucking woman, it's because you're not going on enough dates. You're not asking. You're not asking. You're not engaging. You're not, you know, you got, if you want something, you got to ask for it. Don't beat around the fucking bush. Ask for it. I fucking wanted to just book a fucking commercial in the worst way. I was ready to quit. I was fucking disheartened. And one day I got a call, to go to Bundy Street. The last good thing that happened in Bundy was fucking OJ killed his wife on fucking Bundy down there. Wherever the fuck that was. I had to go down to fucking Bundy Street. Bundy had like the best fucking commercial place ever. They had like 8 rooms. Every time you walked in there was 800 people. The place had its own dog. So you became friends with the dog, with a big-ass German Shepherd. He intimidated you at first, but after a while, you kind of liked the fucking dog. I went in there on a fucking Thursday, 4th of July weekend. The stripper had made plans. We were going to do some shit. We were going to go down the beach and all this. I'm like, I don't want to fucking, I just got rejected 40 fucking times. You know, I'm doing comedy at the Comedy Store. What the fuck do I give a fuck about a commercial? But my hobby, this is what I do. I'm trying to fucking learn. I gotta go down there. I walked into that fucking commercial. I don't know what he made me do. The guy's name was Kishka. That was the director's name. Kishka. I fucking went in there. I did what he told me to do. I walked out of there. I packed for my little fucking vacation. And within an hour, I had a call that Kishka wanted to see me the next day. I'm like, fuck. This is why you don't plan shit when you're a comedian. There's no plans. It's day to day. There's no vacations because you're going to disappoint a lot of fucking people because every time you plan something on that week is when fucking they want to give you something. I go to the fucking callback and he tells me inside the fucking room, are you available on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, I really want you for this commercial. You're my fucking first choice. I'm just letting you know before you leave there. I was ready to suck his dick. Do you understand me? I was ready to just kneel, take his fucking white dick out and suck that Kishka dick, wherever the fuck he was from. I just shook his hand. I go, thank you very much. I didn't believe him. I didn't fucking believe this guy. Why would I? Why the fuck would I? But I must have done something in there. He made me do 20 fucking things, drive, shine shoes. He made me do 1,000 things, like, you know, not actual shine shoes. Like I was making believe I was shining shoes. I was making believe I was driving and talking to a guy. You know, all these little fucking things, reaction shots. Fucking I get home, Sutton Bart and Benari calls me. They're like, hey man, you booked a fucking national commercial. It's a Taco Bell commercial. Are you allergic to dogs or some shit? And I'm like, no, I'm not allergic to fucking dogs. Why do you ask? Because you'll be shooting with a fucking dog. Whatever. I'm like, oh my God. I booked a fucking national fucking commercial. Who? Oh my God. Well, Scientology, they did something right. They taught me something that night. It gets better. I get down there Monday. I'm all happy. I shoot a national fucking commercial. I'm about to shoot a national fucking commercial. I did some fucking snooping around. This guy Kishko was a big time fucking commercial director. He had done commercials all the time. Oh my God, I get down there. And before I could say anything, the girl goes, Joey, how are you? Great to see you. Fucking sign over here. And she goes, before you go in your trailer, can you go to Mr. Kishka's trailer? He's waiting for you. He needs to talk to you. I go, okay. And I walk over to his trailer. I'm whistling. You know me, dog. I just booked a national fucking commercial. I'm an ex-felon. Fucking people saying I'm too old. People saying I'm too dirty. People saying I don't have a chance. I just booked a national fucking Taco Bell commercial, you fucking bitches. I get to the trailer. I knock on his door. He opens the door. He goes, Joey, do you have a minute? Sit down. I go, yeah. He goes, I don't know how to tell you this. I do not know how to tell you this. We're shooting 4 commercials, but somewhere along the line, they canceled your commercial. They canceled your commercial. So, can you do us a favor? We feel terrible about this. So what we're going to do is we want you to come to work. Just come all 3 days. We want you to be the first one here on the fucking lot and the last one to leave. We want you to get overtime. We got tons of food. We want you to eat until you're sick, and we want you to take fucking food home with you. I was like, fine, I'll do all of the fucking above. I went in the fucking room and I cried. I cried for about 3 minutes. Again, the world hates me. My dad died when, I was 3. My mother died. I didn't start freshman year in basketball. I had to quit high school. I ended up doing drugs. My daughter got taken away from me. Playing fucking violins for myself. All the shit I had done. I knew this was a waste of time. I knew nothing was gonna fucking ever help me get over this fucking thing. And nobody was gonna fucking help me. And after my fucking 2 or 3 hour little Joey Diaz cry fest, as we all fucking do, I went out and somebody knocked on the door. Lunch, and I was like, lunch? Yeah, great. I'm gonna go eat fucking lunch. And I went to lunch and I started eating lunch. And I was there with another comedian. Great fucking guy. You guys wouldn't know him. Popular guy at the time. I forget what his name is, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to mention names. I just forget what his name is. He's there, so I feel at home. There's another comedian there that became my friend. I mentioned his name and that part of the story before. His name was Buzz Baymundo. God rest his soul. He was a Comedy Store regular. I'd been there since day one with Mitzi. Just a great guy. Everybody loved him. I remember telling somebody I was on a set with Buzz, and they were like, holy fuck, you don't know how lucky you are. Ask him everything you can about comedy and Mitzi and the whole fucking thing. And I fucking, whatever violin I was playing for myself, we all feel sorry for ourselves. Here I am fucking eating filet mignon out in the fucking sun. I'm in Venice at a parking lot down the block from a fucking great pizza place. Everybody wants to be in Venice. Here I am. It's sunny out. It's July. Whatever. I got to meet a director. I'm here with 2 guys. I booked the fucking commercial with talent. They just threw out the lines. Something happened and my commercial got canceled. That's it. I accepted it. And I said, I'm going to sit here for 2 days like a gentleman, not be mad at anything, and just eat and just watch and observe and learn and see what the fuck is going on. So the fucking second day, Tuesday, I get there and it's the same thing. Hey man, great to have you here. Kishka comes over, gives me a hug. Hey man, keep your chin up. Hang out, eat. You know, mi casa's your casa. Do whatever the fuck you need to do. Lunchtime comes, Lunch, Joey, come to the trailers. I walk over, they have a general seating area. And for that day, something happened that day, and Buzz started talking, and we're all going off, and we're all fucking talking, blah, 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 and we're having a good time. You know when you get me started sometimes, bro. In the words of the immortal Joe Rogan, if you give me a fucking opening, I'm going to go in there and close that motherfucking door. I don't have a lot of good attributes, but when I'm on a roll and you give me a small window, I will blow that fucking room up the way I did Alex Jones, the way I did at the Comedy Store fundraiser. I just got a fucking way that if you give me the right fastball, like my man called me the other day, some guy on fucking Patreon said they should just call you Dave Kingman, because when you strike out, you strike out. But when you go for the fucking, for the bleachers, Jesus Christ, you knock it out of the fucking park. I must have been one of those conversations where I was on fire. So help me God. As I was walking back to my trailer to sit there for the next 9 hours, Kishka goes, hey, you, psst, come here. I go, what's up? He's like, oh my God, you had me in fucking stitches today. Listen, I'm going to get you in this commercial if it kills me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get you in this commercial if it fucking kills me. He goes, today, don't sit in the trailer. Sit close to me. He goes, I want you to be on that fucking set. And I read somewhere that whenever Gene Hackman did a movie, Gene Hackman refused to sit in his trailer. He always sat and watched because he always wanted to be on top of the fucking shooting. I took that from Gene Hackman. Right there in that moment, from 1997 on, I never walked away from a set. I was always close to a set. Yeah, I went to my trailer at times to take a piss, maybe bang one out, fucking smoke a joint, whatever. But I'm always close to the fucking set because I want to see what was going on. So that day I had to sit close to the set. Do you know that I wouldn't even fucking turn? I mean, I was there. And I wasn't the director. I'm not into none of that shit. I watched everything that happened. And there was one moment where he goes, Joey, come here real quick. Just sit right there. He goes, I'm going to run the dog through. And I want you to sit right there. And he took the other comedian. He goes, hey, come here, you. Sit right there. And I want you to make believe you're shining Joey's shoes. So the thing that I did in the audition while I was shining the shoes, they made him do it. And he put me there. And he goes, just improvise and talk to him. I don't give a fuck what you say. We're not going to pick it up in the commercial anyway because we're going to have music as the dog is running down the fucking street. So fucking, I'm like, here it is. We start fucking, I'm laying out. Now they're shooting 3 commercials. They're shooting an ecstasy commercial where the big fat guy from Big City Lights, the big football movie, what was the original big movie with the kid from Dawson's Creek that came out 20 years ago?
Yeah, my brother used to watch all that.
That was the original. The 3 Taco Bell commercials that we're going to use was a fat guy that opens up the refrigerator and finds food. That was the kid from that football movie from Dawson's Creek, whatever it's called, Friday Night Lights. That was it.
Yeah, it is.
Friday Night Lights. He wasn't there. He was on the set that day. He was shooting one commercial. Another actor that I had known, I didn't know his name, was shooting a commercial. But the commercial that they had thrown me into was the one that Buzz Baymundo was in. Buzz Baymundo was hired to do that particular fucking commercial. So Buzz has shot his scene already, whatever he had to do, and now they were just making the dog run down the fucking street and run around and blah, 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 blah. Boom. He goes, Joey, get ready. I fucking get in there, 3 or 4 takes, I shoot it. He goes, hey, you never know. At least it wasn't a waste. I got you on tape. Maybe after we do the commercial and the commercial airs and it flops, if you contact me, I could send you that reel for your tape. I was so fucking happy. I came in Wednesday, I ate, I laughed, I had a great time. I shook his hand, I told him thank you. You know, I found out they could have just sent me home. He kept me, he put some money in my fucking pocket. You know, I don't know what they were paying me at the time, whatever. I was just thankful. I forgot all about that fucking commercial and that it happened. I still remain friends with the 2 guys, Buzz and the other comic. We went back and forth for a few weeks after that. I get a call one day, and it's Buzz Baymundo. And he goes, hey, man, fuck. He goes, I just got a letter saying that they scrapped my commercial. And they only went with a different thing, and they took me off the, whatever the set was. I don't know. He didn't make the commercial. The bottom line was he didn't make the fucking commercial. All right, no big deal. I said to him, he goes, did you hear anything? I go, no, I haven't heard nothing. I go, I didn't think I was going to get it anyway. I mean, Kish could just put me in there as a fucking favor. You know, I'm not going to get nothing. Holy fuck. I hang up the phone with him. I don't know what made me go outside. The girl I was living with at the time goes, Joe, you got mail. She throws me a fucking letter, and it's son Barton Minari. And they had already paid me for the 3 days work. Like when you shoot a commercial, you get paid within the first 30 days. When you shoot TV and film, you get paid within 10 days. It was maybe, I got the check from the commercial, maybe like, I shot the commercial July 4th weekend. We shot till like the 6th or the 5th. And I got paid for those 3 days plus overtime. It was a great check. It was great money. I didn't get fucking rich, but this was like the beginning of August. And when I opened up the fucking letter, there was a letter in it and like fucking $8,000 in checks, $9,000 in assorted checks. When you shoot a commercial, they have to pay you for every avenue. So they had to pay me for a thing called wild card, where they could put it anywhere throughout the day, 2 o'clock, midnight, 3 in the morning. Then they had to pay you for something else, and then they had to pay you for prime time. If that commercial is going to air during prime time, they got to pay you a certain amount up front. And then after it airs, they'll pay you accordingly. So the first time it runs at 8 o'clock, you get $200. The second time, you get $400. The third time, I mean, it's insane, guys. I don't know how it breaks down. I know it's just insane. The 4 or 5 check, the 3 checks or the 4 checks I had gotten to prepay me for those things were like $9,000. And I was just about to start getting paid on A spots. So God knows what the fucking amount was that I ended up making. Between us now, 23 years later, I'll tell you what I made. From August 1st to December 31st, I made $80,000 off this one fucking commercial because it was the first one Taco Bell had done, and it was so successful they couldn't plan the second one so fast. So the commercial aired, and it even aired during the World fucking Series. Then Taco Bell came out with new commercials like in November and December, but it was too late. The dog was fucking tired from my run. This motherfucker had been played 150 fucking times. And what the moral of the fucking story is, that's amazing that I stuck with it. And within one fucking year, there was a $72,000 raise. Who gets a $72,000 raise in 1 year? Don't worry about it. 98 and 99, I went back to being fucking dead and broke, and that money was all snorted from. But do you understand what I'm saying to you here, guys? The moral of the story today, Wednesday the 16th, is we are a work in progress. If you fucking shoot yourself in the foot every time nobody says no, or if you consider yourself, failure is if you don't try something. That's what failure is. That's what complete failure is you not even fucking trying. That's failure. Everything we do in this life is a work in fucking progress. When we did Beauty and the Beast, it was a work in progress. When we did The Church of What's Happening Now, in a work in progress. And Uncle Joey's joint's going to be a work in progress. Right now, you might be looking at this going, what the fuck's going on? In time, we'll have guests. In time, we'll have a different studio. In time, this will be something that I'm patient enough, I'm fortunate, because I've done this 10 times already. I've known that this life that we live is a work in fucking progress. And if you do it right, and you wake up every morning with good intentions in your heart, you'll make progress every fucking day. Every fucking day, I make progress. You guys have seen it. You don't believe me? Right now, go on a side-by-side and look at what I look like on the church the last 2 months, and look at what I look at like now. It's two different fucking people. It's two different looks. I didn't get plastic surgery. I didn't get my eyelid fucking fixed or nothing like that. I didn't get wrinkles or Botox, nothing like that. I work. We're a work in fucking progress. You know, people work out for 3 weeks. They don't lose 5 pounds. They jump out a fucking window. I know that it might take 4 weeks just for your body to get adjusted to this diet, and all of a sudden you lose 20 fucking pounds. If you don't stick with it, nothing's ever gonna fucking happen. We are all works in fucking progress. Works in progress every fucking day. If you judge yourself, if you get frustrated by your actions because you failed at something, no. Take that failure. Look at it. Did you guys watch the UFC the other night? Junior Dos Santos lost. Did you see when they were, announcing the fucking results, how he was looking at the floor or he was looking out into space? Next time those fighters are fighting and they lose, look at their faces and they're looking out into space, because to get a chance, it's got to be the most humiliating thing for a human being to go through. When I bomb, I got an opportunity. I could just walk off the stage and walk out that door and not have to see anybody. That's the opportunity I get. When I eat a bag of dog shit, I just walk out the back. I don't need to see you motherfuckers. I go home, cry my fucking tear, and I got another show tomorrow night. But when you fight or you do something like that the first thing that comes to your mind are all the things that you did wrong. You start looking at the reason why they're looking at the floor, or they're looking out. Sometimes they try to clap to be good sportsmen or whatever, but the whole time they're thinking about what they did wrong to be on the end of the other side of what they thought was going to happen. Every time I go on stage and I bomb, I learn something. Every time I do a podcast, I fucking learn something. Every time. But I don't learn it by not doing it. So do yourself a favor and do me a favor and do the world a fucking favor. You are a work in fucking progress. Listen, I'm the first guy that should, and you guys are yelling at me going, you're a hypocrite. You're fucking hard on yourself. You say bad things about yourself. I have to. Somebody's got to be hard on you. Somebody has to be hard on you. My wife is hard on me, but not like to the point that I'm fucking hard on me, or hard on my podcast, or on my stand-up, or on my writing. You got to be hard on yourself. You should demand nothing but the best from your fucking self. You owe that to your fucking self. For years, I didn't think I went to prison. I did this. My mother died. I don't deserve it. I fucking deserve everything you guys fucking deserve. And you guys deserve everything I fucking deserve. We all deserve to succeed. But it's not going to happen if you're scared to fail. And it's not going to happen if you don't realize that you are a work in fucking progress. I am 58 years old. You are 22 years old. I got you by 30 fucking years of hard, cold experience and knowledge and getting beat up every fucking day. That is why I'm here. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm telling you, in 2021, COVID, all this bullshit, this is all going to change and you're going to have your chance. All I want you to do is be prepared. And remember, there's nothing wrong with fucking failing. We've made that like, oh, well, it's a goof. It's a joke. You fail, you actually won. Because you're going to come back that much fucking stronger. And that's it. I don't want to talk about this no more. I want to talk to you about something that's hot and popular, and he's got my support. I don't know if you guys have been noticing this for the last month or so, maybe 2 months. Sammy the Bull Gravano has been releasing just little excerpts. As a matter of fact, I've been watching Sammy little release tapes that he's just releasing on little stories. Every day he releases a story on the internet. Have you noticed that, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
You noticed that? Have you been watching those? Every day, Alley Boy, he tells a story about, when he was at the Columbos, when he almost shot. He tells you one story every day. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make you a bold prediction. You guys know I don't fucking fuck around with you people. The best podcast of 2021 is going to be the Sammy the Bull podcast that premieres tomorrow, December 16th, on the 35th anniversary of him shooting Paul Castellano. Well, he didn't shoot Paul Castellano. He devised it with John Gotti. I'm not here to support criminals or whatever. I just know you guys like good stories. This guy's got a story to tell. He's going to tell it sincerely, and he's going to tell it from the fucking heart. The problem you have, even as a podcaster, I've had a couple people, or I had one, that claimed to be a gangster's daughter. I think Ari had somebody who was Pablo Escobar's fucking daughter or wife. People don't want to hear from secondhand accounts. They really don't. They really don't give a fuck. They'll watch. They'll listen to what you have to say. People want to listen to the real deal. Listen to me. Sammy the Bull is the real deal. Yes, things happened. Oh, well, he's a rat, Joey. He did this. We all did a lot of things. Sammy is a crook. But if you know anything about him, he's a gentleman. And this podcast is really going to open up a lot of people's eyes. This guy's got a lot of fucking knowledge. A lot of knowledge. And if you like this sort of stuff, he's going to have FBI people on there, daughters, handlers, ex-fucking gangsters that were there with him. This ain't some guy just talking for attention. This guy's not that type of guy. When this guy was a full-time gangster mafia, didn't have a gumad, didn't go out at night, refused to go out at night, hated living like that, hated all that shit. He was true, real, secretive, quiet, Cosa Nostra. Later on, things developed with him and John Gotti. I don't know, I wasn't there, and neither was you. So let's find out why he ratted. Tomorrow, it premieres on YouTube, December 16th. I think they shot Castellano in 85, maybe. So we got to be talking about 15 and 20. That's 35 years from the anniversary. Fuck it. If you murdered somebody 35 years ago, it's on the arm. It's forgotten by now. Who gives a fuck? Knock yourselves out. Have a great week, you bad motherfuckers. Thank you for listening. Remember, we're just works in project. Works in progress. I'm sorry, works in the projects. Who the fuck works in the projects here? Well, works in progress. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself patience. Have a plan, and you'll get to where you need to go with in time. I love you guys. Thank you for watching Uncle Joey's Joint. What the fuck? And now for a word from our sponsors. All right, I had a good time with you motherfuckers today. We talked about some crazy shit. I don't even know what the fuck I talked about. God only knows. But listen, before we leave, I gotta talk to you about something. Basketball is back. Football is in full fucking swing. College football is in full effect. The Big Ten is back. The Big 12 is back. The SEC is back. The ACC is back. And next week, the NBA is back. It's like fucking herpes. Everybody's back except you. You're not fucking working. So if you haven't signed up for DraftKings yet, now is the motherfucking time. To celebrate the return of basketball, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a 75-point spread on the team of your choice. Joey, what the fuck are you talking about? That's right. You're getting 75 on opening night. If your team doesn't lose by more than 75, you will double your fucking money. There's so many games right now, basketball, college, fucking Chinese ping pong. You could make some geeters, wall-to-wall geeters. If you haven't signed up yet, now is the time. Right now, today, we got games tonight. You got college basketball tonight. You got preseason NBA tonight. You got the NFL tomorrow. What the fuck are you waiting on? Download the app right now. It's safe, secure, and reliable. It's your fucking money. Deposit at your convenience and withdraw at your convenience. Right now, today. Why are we having this fucking conversation? Every fucking week I'm here telling you they got an online casino. They got prop bets. They got everything. You can fucking listen. Go to DraftKings right now. Why am I even fucking having this conversation with you? DraftKings Sportsbook right now. DraftKings.com. Use code Joey and get a shot at doubling your money on opening night of basketball, right? Limited time only. That's DraftKings Sportsbook right now, tonight. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey. And when you sign up, I'm going to give you a 75-point spread on opening night for a shot to double your money, all right? Now we got that fucking settled. I got to talk to you about what the lawyers make me say. You got to be 21 and older, that's it. If you're 18, go fuck yourself. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Colorado, Tennessee, you only. Deposit bonus requires a 25-time playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, I don't want you lurking around here, you little creepy fuck. You got thrown out of OTB, now you're over here bothering me. Don't come over here. Take care of your problem. There's help for you. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or if you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if there ain't no fucking problems, what are we fucking waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use code Joey, and let's make some fucking Christmas money. The joint is also brought to you by, I told you in the beginning of this, you're looking for a gift for somebody. Everybody needs to eat, right? Unless you got fucking freaky vegan friends, then you can send them a dozen eggs, tell them to go fuck themselves. But if not, United Harvest is the gift for you to send. There's a lot of companies out there that sell you meat in a box. I agree with you. But it never looks like the fucking pictures. By the time you get the meat, it's that mafia meat they send to Las Vegas that they dip in chemicals and shit like that. Not with United Harvest. It don't taste like the cardboard they sent it in. These guys, United Harvest, sent me a box of meat. Forget about it. Tremendous. Pork bellies, ribs, briskets, chops, sausages, a lamb, and a ribeye that's fucking tremendous. Plus, they got a New York strip from the cows that eat potatoes, not fucking corn. These cows eat better than you do on most days, and you can taste it in the rich flavor of the meat. Lamb chops so tender, they fall off the bone. I don't eat lamb chops. My wife loves them, and she says they were fucking tremendous. Plus, the Wago beef is tip-top fucking magoo. Everything gets processed in Oregon by an expert butcher and sent overnight, so it's premium, fresh, and fast. United Harvest ain't playing games. Get high quality small batch meats at surprisingly good price and support small farms who do it old school, the right way. Not like these fucking savages today. You don't even know what the fuck you're eating in your meat and your chicken. Plus, like I said, United Harvest makes a great gift, especially at their prices. What I'm going to do for you is this over the holidays. Go to UnitedHarvest.com right now. Press in code Joey. I'm going to give you 20% off on any order over $50. That's a deal in itself right there. And this makes it the perfect Christmas present. Unless the guy, I'm a keto vegetarian, then why are you even friends with these people? Do yourself a favor. Go to UnitedHarvest.com. Use promo code Joey at checkout. I'm going to give you 20% off your order when it's over $50 or more. Stay out of the grocery store, all right? I'm saving you here from COVID. I'm saving you here. I'm giving you a chance to get great meat at a great price. Value, quality, flavor, and convenience. Check out UnitedHarvest.com and be sure to use promo code Joey to save 20% off your order of $50 or more. It's also brought to you, Uncle Joey's Joint, from my peeps over there at CBD Lion, making it happen. Not like the shit you get at some fucking liquor store or some fucking shoe store or, these specialty. I don't know these people. You go in there, they got some sales girl selling you shit, but they don't really explain to you what's really going on. CBD Lion breaks it down for you. Go to CBDLion.com. Educate yourself. Go to CBDLion.com. Educate yourself. See what we're talking about. See what terpenes are. Understand how they work to solve your problem, whatever it could be. Kinesiology tape, CBD gummies, tincture, chocolate bar, however you need to ingest it, we have it. If you want to rub cream on, we got a roll-on for your shoulders, whatever. CBD, this is as good as it gets. And the proof is in the pudding. Go to CBDLion.com right now and press in Joey and get 20% off delivered right to your motherfucking crib. Who else does that for you? Nobody. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank UnitedHarvest.com. And I want to thank DraftKings Sportsbook for always being there. And they're always there for you also. I want to thank you guys for watching the show. I love you. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next Monday, Christmas fucking week, ready to get this party started. I love you, motherfuckers. Stay black. That's it. Nothing but smoke. Hopefully the fire alarm will go off. I don't fucking know.